I have a new project that sort of came about as, well, these projects do sometimes. This weekend I had an idea, and the idea was, man, it'd be great if I had some more screen space. Now, most of you would think, buy another screen, dummy. And you'd be right, but given my setup and how there's all angles and ceilings and things coming down, I don't have room for another monitor. I like the size monitor I have. It's like a 23 inch. It fits. It's nice. It scales everything well. It's good. But that being said, I still want a little more screen space. So I did a little research and I found it is possible to extend your desktop onto a tablet. Now, a tablet's just a tiny screen. I thought a tiny screen would be perfect. Well, if I could find just a small LCD. By the way, screen sizes proportional to their price, they are not. Like, smaller screens are expensive, obscenely expensive. I can buy a larger screen for the price of one of the small ones. I digress. A tablet would be the perfect size. I happen to have an old Asus Transformer TF101, one of those early ones. It works. It does its job well enough. I haven't really been using it too much. It's been sitting under my bed for past few months. So I got it out, looked at it, thought, hey, this might work. And after reading about some of the software setups and different things, I found that I actually had the software to do it. I was using Splashtop to connect into my desktop a year or so ago through my tablet, and it worked. On my network, it was really good. I could even do it through my work network if I needed to port in to find something, and it did work. There was some lag, of course. You're not going to get past that right now, but it did function. So if you can simply clone a desktop, why can't you extend to it? And you can, sort of. The drawback and the problem I found was you can't do it with my version of Windows, and I'm running Windows Vista Ultimate 64. Why? I'm just, well, too cheap and lazy right now to upgrade it. Everything works, it's stable, which is saying something for Vista, but I'm happy with it, so I'm not going to rock that boat just yet. After messing around with different softwares, it just wasn't possible with my computer. Windows 7, it seems as though you can. It gives you that functionality to be able to port or extend your desktop to a non-connected physically monitor. Now, all that said, even if I were able to do it that way, there are some serious drawbacks to extending your desktop onto a tablet. It's not physically connected, which means you're having to use a network connection, a wireless network connection, and that can be tricky sometimes. So you're going to get some lag. Even on the best of home networks, there's going to be some. Is that a big deal? Well, it depends on what you're wanting to use it for and with. For my purposes of video editing, it might be a problem. My idea was to set it up as a preview monitor, so I'd have it over to the side and have everything else on the screen. Fun little toy. For that it might work, it might not have. But I found an even better use for it. Because, hey, I still like the idea of having a little screen there, a little tablet. Why not just have the tablet there, mounted, so that I can access it, and have secondary things up? I can be running a YouTube video, I can be running a spreadsheet on that, or what have you, over there to my side, while my main screen is dedicated to whatever task I have at hand. So, sound like a good idea. And I wanted to build something, so I did. I set out into the garage and looked to see what I had pipe fitting wise, because I decided I was going to make this out of pipe fittings. It was going to be kind of industrial and look really cool. It was going to have an arm, it was going to come out and bend and come back, and I'd be able to push it out of the way. I was making it overly complicated. And as I went through that process, I found simpler was always better. So I ended up making a simple stand, and it works. I'll show that here to you in just a second, and kind of go over some things about it and why I like it. There you have the setup. Straight on, you have the main screen, and then to the left, the tablet. Running right now some YouTube video I was watching. The stand puts it at a nice kind of level with the top of the screen. If you really wanted to, I suppose you could have another tablet underneath it to kind of finish that whole area out, but that would just be a sign of gluttony, I think. I might have to do it later. Anyway, yeah, having it there is kind of nice. I can reach over. I can even plug in my headphones to it if I wanted to, or just have the audio from it coming out while I'm working there on the main screen, editing, typing, doing whatever else I wanted to do. It's nice. It's handy. It's not something that everyone's going to need, and you can certainly buy tablet stands for your desktop. There are a million of them out there. Just look on Amazon, but none of them really were compact and fit the way I wanted it to, and I wanted to build something, so there you go. By the time it was all said and done, I think I actually only needed to buy one piece, and that was a 90-degree half-inch plumbing piece. Let's take a closer look at the actual tablet stand. As you can see here, two little arms that the tablet's resting on. Now, that's not the only thing holding it in place. I also have the Velcro on the back of the tablet, which I'll show you, securing it as well. But those two combined, I think, make it pretty secure. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Also, on my tablet, the power connection was right in the middle. So I just basically made two arms, attached them with nails to the MDF, leaving a gap wide enough for the power adapter. So you can see at the bottom, it's a pipe flange screwed into the desk. Then going up, whatever length of pipe you need, to a 90-degree angled piece, out to a small pipe nipple, and then onto another flange, which is then attached to the wood. This is what it looks like without the tablet on it. Pretty basic. You can see the arms as they stick out there with the gap in the center for the power connection. The screws attaching through the wood into the pipe flange, and of course the Velcro, which is providing the necessary extra support for it. Alright, so there you have it. As you can see, mounted there to the side of my screen, not to the side, but next to the side of my screen. It actually is really handy. A lot of times I'll have a video playing, and just really for the background noise. And that's cool. I can look up and see it if I want to. If I don't, I don't. It's there. Plus, if nothing else, it keeps my tablet someplace safe, secured, and charged while I'm not using it. There you go. It's easy enough to take down and put right back up. Now, the techie part of me wants to do the same thing on the other side with another tablet, but really there's no reason to do that. When I come up with a reason, I may do it, but right now I really don't have a reason to do that. Anyway, only thing I think I would change if I were doing it again, I would find a way to add just a little bit of angle to the attachment point. What I mean by that is the screen is pretty much straight up and down. I'd like it to be pitched back just a skosh, maybe 5 degrees. Maybe add some washers to the flange attachment point to the wood, to the bottom, so it will kind of kick it out a little bit. Or even take and, instead of just using a piece of stock wood I cut out, kind of plane it so that it's angled. It's probably more work than it's worth, but that's an idea. They do have 45-degree, obviously, pipe fittings, but 45 degrees was way too much of an angle for my purposes. I guess if it was down, kind of, I'd mounted it below me so I could look down, that might have worked, and that could be kind of a cool setup. But right now, it's not that way, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it and liked my video, please do click the little thumbs up button. That's become the international symbol for like. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate that. See you.